Yeah, totally.
Hey, Neil.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent. Just getting my computer set up while my hands were clean.
Awesome, man. Well, it's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, they're going to make you work hard, though. Just want to
I
warn
can
you.
do that. That's okay.
Yeah. How was golf yesterday?
I was even through 6, ended up shooting 5 over. I had 2 doubles though with a birdie, so not bad.
That's not bad. I wanted to go. I'll maybe next week. I was out of town last week, and setting up this thing was a lot. So
I'm sure. I'm looking forward to this. This is cool.
yeah.
Hey, Neil.
Hey, dear, how are you?
Good. I'm super excited.
Yeah, did you guys see all the weapons you guys have to have for this? The
Weapon.
tools.
I don't know. I left Ken in charge. Was that a mistake?
Usually.
Well, he'll come out with power tools.
Yeah. I got a jackhammer to pulverize the meat. It's gonna be excellent.
There you go. Just pound it.
Yep.
Should we start pairing with our recipe?
I would see how Chef has it all laid out. I would follow that,
Oh, start
that
laying
layout
things
and
out?
just get things laid out right now. And yeah.
Patrice, I thought you'd be excited about the wine that we chose to pair.
I was like, this looks familiar. It's delicious.
That's awesome.
I know. I'm sorry I missed you during delivery today.
No, I talked Max into coming with me.
Oh, nice.
So this is pretty cool because the Sutter Club has this down. They have 3 different cameras rolling.
Sweet.
The one you can see, so it's the view, and then they have the view there. So it's kind of neat what they're doing.
That's awesome.
They've done a few of these. It's pretty cool.
So everyone can enjoy our ceiling lit up. Oh yeah, it's like the disco house.
Hey, Monica, how are you?
Does that show all people?
I don't know.
Uh,
We're a few minutes early, so.
Where's the mouse? Let's see, I know that it doesn't show all the people. Let's see.
there's a gallery, there's a standard, I think, which shows them in the top, and then there's a side-by-side gallery, and then it has them, so on the left, and then the right, has them on the right.
There we
Or I
go.
think you do.
There, you can do that. How many folks are you anticipating tonight, Neil?
We delivered 28 of
Oh
these,
my
but
gosh.
several on the team are on this. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I love it.
Cool.
Hey, Forrest Bud, how are you?
Good, man. How you doing? Sorry, I was on mute.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. I'm good. Michael, you're there too. Good to see you.
I am.
Nice. So it's gonna be fun. Chefs, we've done this at the Sutter Club, and I think the most we've had is 12. So just bear with us a little bit. It's gonna be fun. We have some prizes to give away, thanking you guys, all that kind of good fun stuff. So it's gonna be good.
I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, it is fun. Well, I hope that
Angie, are you at the
Sutter Club
Catchers?
keeps doing this.
Yeah,
Oh, tell them I say hello.
they have a better kitchen for this kind of stuff. When we've done it with the Center Club a couple times. And then today I was juicing And I put too much pulp down my food disposal, and so both my sinks are clogged right now.
So we just live too healthy at the Smith household. That's the problem.
Yeah, right. Maybe one half of you.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Finals week, I got to get some vitamins in my brains.
So people are rolling in good. So Forrest, you all ready for this? Got all your knives out and all the stuff ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I just opened up some wine, so I'm good to go.
There you go. Yeah, I'm actually drinking some beer right now.
I had beer earlier.
Yeah.
Can I hear you? I don't know.
So I see Claudia. Looks like awesome. Kokens are in the house. What's up, Kokens? It's like Jamie and Chris, you're here.
There we go. And
Well, I don't know.
Hi, Neil.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, we could put some in.
So the Melissa, is that Melissa Francisconi? Veronica, I see you're on. Awesome. I see somebody's iPad. And Ryan, it's a SEO, so I'm sure that's Derek.
hey, what's up, Neil?
Then how are you?
Good. Let's take a look. Make sure we're all set up. What do we have? Where are we set up as?
Hey, Neil.
How come your music places?
Hey,
I haven't been
Beth.
on
Hey,
Beth.
Beth.
Are we on mute? Hi, Neil. Lisa and Matt.
Hey. Oh, perfect. Hey, how are you?
Good. I haven't started my video. I'm trying to figure this out. Hold on.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to kind of get this rolling.
Is this Zoom or not?
This is Zoom. Yeah. Oh, that's yes.
Oh, Ryan Sale. I guess. Fair.
How did you go?
All right. Let's change this up.
You should be able to right click the top and you can change your name.
This and that. Me.
Top right, I think it is.
I have to go.
There we go.
Perfect. You guys, we're hopefully going to end around 7:45-ish or so. Chef has something else to do, so we're going to be hustling through. I'm going to start out with some introductions and stuff like that. People are still rolling in, so give it a couple more minutes. And we'll kind of go into there and do some introductions and stuff like that. How are we doing time? 5:30? Chef, a couple more minutes, okay?
Did Karen get figured out?
Is
The
Karen?
camera won't turn on. Is she in the list?
I don't see her.
Like this camera won't turn on?
I don't know.
I'll text her.
Yeah, if you can, be great. So we got most everybody here. Let's get started. You guys all hear me? Give a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, good.
I can hear you.
So, perfect. So the background on this is I'm a member of the Sutter Club, and with this whole COVID thing, the club decided to have our chef start doing these classes. And I was sitting there as I want to do these clients events and Star Wars movie theaters and all that stuff, and can't really quite do that. And I thought this was the coolest thing ever. And I talked Chef into doing this for me and for you guys. And it's a lot of fun. I promise you, you're going to learn some tips and tricks and the food is really good. I've been through 3 or 4 of these, and this I think is one of the best as far as taste wise and what have you, and it's a lot of fun. So we have Chef Ryan from the Sutter Club. You're going to see Chef Ryan. He's going to be there presenting and stuff like that. Okay, so Ryan, thank you so much. Also, just real quick, I don't know if all of you guys have done Zooms and stuff. Sometimes you forget to mute. Okay, and so I might just mute you because I'm the controller. So just realize that if for some reason you're talking over Chef or what have you, I might be muting you. And then you can also, if you're muted, I think you can push your space bar to be able to speak if you have any questions and stuff like that. Here's the deal. As we go through this, sometimes it's going to go fast. If you have questions, don't wait, save your question to the end for Chef, because then you're going to be behind everybody. Okay. So just chime in. I'll kind of flag it. We're also I have the chat bar up as well, and I'm watching the chat bar. Okay, so I have that up as well. So again, Chef, thank you. Nick, thank you. Thank you, Sutter Club. My team is here. Karen is here. She has no camera on. I think she's having some camera malfunctions. Karen, you want to say hi?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, so a lot of you guys have done loans with me. Karen is my right-hand woman, and she is awesome. She's been with me forever and a day. And thank you, Karen, for being on here.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, Karen loves to cook, so this is like right up her alley. Also, too, Leah is on. Leah, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, there's
Hi.
Leah. So Leah's the newest one to our team. Thank you, Leah, for everything. And so you guys, if you ever hear her voice, here's a face to the name. The other person is, and multiple thank yous, is Gina. Gina's with me. She's on our team too. And Gina's and I our families are friends, and we're actually at her house. Thank God we planned to be here, because you'll see her in there as her Sam. That's her, my wife, and her husband cooking. They changed it to Catcher. So thank you, Gina. I appreciate everything. And the last but not least is Tammy. Tammy's not here. She's the one that planned this event. We couldn't have done it without her. Unfortunately, her son is graduating from 8th grade, and they have a graduation party tonight. So super, super cool. And so that's the thank yous. And also, you guys, this is a thank you to you. You guys have supported me, some of you guys, for a lot of years. And I just so appreciate you and wanted to show my appreciations, because without your support, I wouldn't be here for sure. And I just want to thank you for your friendships and all your support. Okay, thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to hand it over, because I like to have a charity at every one of my events, right? And I picked the Keaton Raphael, or I guess it's not called that Keaton Raphael anymore, is it? It's called Keaton Child for Cancer, right, Michael?
Yes, so Keaton Raphael Memorial has been in this community for close to 25 years now, and it is now known as Keaton's Child Cancer Alliance. It all started with one child, which was Keaton Raphael. It was started by an amazing woman named Robin and her husband. And fast forward to today, this organization is an incredible organization that helps fundraise for child cancer research, but also helps support families that are dealing with a child cancer diagnosis. And they do that in many, many ways. And the reason why we rebranded it to an alliance is because it's something that we could never do on our own. So we have an amazing staff, we have incredible volunteers. The primary core of our organization is what is called family navigators that help navigate these families through their journey, help connect them with other families that are dealing with like circumstances. And really any solution or challenge that comes up along the way, they help connect them to various resources that are out there. This past year with COVID has been extremely challenging for all of us, I'm sure. For families dealing with a child cancer diagnosis, it's even worse. And I'm just going to highlight a couple things. Because of COVID, when a child was getting treatment in the room, only one parent could be in the room at the time, not two. And at a time when you probably needed your support group more than anything, family, friends, whatever, was a time when literally, because of compromised immune system, these families couldn't go out there in the world, couldn't get the love, the hugs, anything like that that they desperately needed. And for that matter, they couldn't even get in touch with other families dealing with like circumstances for fear, again, of compromised immune system. That also led to increased travel, where people are having to go back and forth to appointments, opposed to being able to stay in hotels or other normal lodging scenarios. More challenges than you could ever possibly imagine. And so the need for these families has actually significantly increased over the last year. And I'm going to end on just this one note. Thank you all for learning a little bit more about the organization. If you want to learn even more, you could go to childcancer.org. And again, it is a local organization here in the Roseville, Sacramento community. But the way that I became associated with this organization is because my wife and I, modern family, blended family, and we were both working a ton. When our son was born a little over 15 years ago, we both were workers. And so he said, okay, how could we continue on with our lives and do what we need to do, but also have a great experience of our son being raised in his early years? We're talking like, 1 and 2. Our neighbor, incredible lady with 2 daughters, said, let me help as a daycare. We have a 3-year-old girl here. It'd be great for her to have another young child around the house. And so she, in a sense, took in our son, from a daycare perspective, several days a week. That young girl, Sadie, who was 3 when Jackson was born, when she turned 6 on Christmas Day, was diagnosed with child cancer, neuroblastoma, stage 4. We saw her battle through multiple remissions and reoccurrences for 7 years. And unfortunately, she lost that battle on New Year's Eve about 5 years ago, I'm sorry. And through that entire 7-year journey, this organization was by their side, providing care, support, just comfort, shoulder to cry on when needed, all kinds of resources in ways that I can never even imagine. So I sought them out. I saw firsthand what they did for 7 years with somebody that I love. And I said, however I could support that organization so they could support every child in this region that's dealing with it, done. So I happen to be the board chair this year, but my wife and I, we give until it hurts with this organization we have for many years. And I'm very excited that y'all get the experience of seeing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, for sharing. I really appreciate it. So just real quick. Yeah, it is. Somebody, Karen said amazing. I totally agree. I've supported you guys for a while. I met you through Steve Westlake, and I really appreciate everything you guys do. So with that real quick, we sent you guys out a door prize entry form. We really asked that you fill that out. We're going to have some drawings later on. There's some pretty cool gifts. Also, we should have sent you something out if you feel the need to donate to Keaton. I highly recommend it. It's amazing things that they do. But with that, I'm just going to let Chef take over, and I might interject a little bit. I'll talk a little bit about the wine and one of the lulls that Chef has, and then we'll go from there. But I just want to say, buckle up, because this is going to be a lot of fun. And thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Again, my name is Ryan Castro. I'm the executive chef of the Sutter Club. I thank you guys for being a part of this. In front of me, I have all the ingredients for tonight's dinner. So tonight we're doing an artisan green salad, which will cut the baby heads, make a quick and simple Italian dressing, and then we jump right into your veal, chicken piccata, whichever one you chose for tonight. So in front of you, if you haven't already, look through the bag, get that recipe card or the mise en place card ready in front of you, and go ahead and kind of lay out everything. I'm gonna go through all the products in the bag, as well as the equipment needed to make this dinner happen tonight. So in front of you, you should have a bag with 1.5 heads of lettuce, half a carrot, cherry tomatoes, red onions, an English cucumber with 1 shallot inside, half an English cucumber, half a cup of oil, 2 sheets of freshly made pasta. I think 3 of our guests tonight placed an order for some gluten-free pasta. So we made that happen for you. Just to go over the pasta real quick, the pasta is made from high wheat, very high grade wheat flour. So we use a double O flour, Italian coarse ground flour, mixed with equal parts of semolina. So the protein in the double O flour is still the same as that of AP flour, except the gluten part's a lot different. You get that bite to it and a little less chew. But it really adds, with that semolina added to it, it really adds a nice texture to it than just straight flour. So into the ramekins, you should have taped up together. If you go ahead and untape that, you'll have a little red wine vinegar, a little Dijon, some dried oregano, some sugar, and a ramekin with about 5 garlics. 3 are going to be for the protein, 2 are going to be for the vinaigrette. Right into about 2 tablespoons of capers, some chicken bouillon, a beurre Marnier, which is, you'll see flour and butter. For those that are the gluten-free, we substituted, of course, with gluten-free flour. White wine, chicken flour, which is going to be the dredging component for the protein. It's a mixture between paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of chicken bouillon, salt, and salt, and then 1 lemon. And then a bag of mushrooms. And then in the cucumber bag, you'll see a couple times, that's just to finish off the dish. So if everybody has all that in front of them, we'll go right into the equipment. You're going to need a couple plates for the mise en place, probably one for the shredding of the carrots and all that stuff. The other one's going to be used to dredge the protein. Make sure you have a small bowl. It could be a cup or whatever. One for the salad, one for the vinaigrette. It's about a half cup of the vinaigrette, 3/4 the cup you're going to make. I have my finishing plates ready for when the dish is done. I have a juicer. If you don't have a juicer, that's fine. The good old squeeze or the back of a spoon will work just as efficient. A peeler. This is what we're going to use to shave the carrots down to as low as we can go. Make sure you have that. And then on the stove top, I use a non-stick skillet. I have 2 up there. You're only going to need 1. If you don't have a non-stick, regular saute pan is fine. And then a small pot. The small pot of water. The small pot we're going to fill out with water, a little olive oil, and that's we're gonna bring that to a boil. That's going to be the blanching liquid for the pasta. So you guys ready? Awesome. Make sure you have a sharp knife. All right, so we're going to start first with the salad. So we washed all the stuff already, but go ahead and give your lettuce, take out your carrots. Go ahead and move everything but the salad components away from your cutting board. So you should just be left with the lettuce, the carrot, onions, tomato, and cucumber. Remove everything else, and then we'll come back to that. Awesome. So if you haven't rinsed, go ahead and rinse all these components. Lay them out flat on your cutting board. Very simple salad. We serve this here, same components. So I'm gonna go ahead and give my salad a little rinse, shake it off good. You'll see some on the edges, there might be 1 or 2 leaves. I usually pull back the heads of the lettuce a few leaves back. So I'll go ahead and rinse them off. I'll go ahead and pull back a few leaves on both the green and the red heads. Make sure you give it a nice shake off all the excess water. So we use here for our mixed greens. It comes in whole heads. We break it down. They're organic. They have great texture. We have baby gem head. So after that, we're going to go ahead and cut them in half. And then from there, we're just going to slice down the center of them. And then I say about inch slices all the way down. I bring them up down. You'll see the core. Bring them all the way to the edge. The yellow's very good. Nice, adds a little bitterness, crunch to it. And then go ahead and place that in a bowl. Go ahead and discard the excess, the end piece. So we're gonna make a nice salad, full of a lot of cucumbers, a lot of carrots. I mean, it is mixed green. So go ahead and grab that pillar after you're done slicing the carrots or the lettuce. We're gonna go ahead and just shave from the top or from the bottom all the way to the top. And we're just gonna turn and rotate so that it just peels evenly. This is gonna add a nice color to the salad. And you want to take it down as far as you can actually take it down. When you get down to the end, we're gonna mix this with the greens. If you're doing a family function, you want to get all decorative. I mean, if you peel it this way, put in some ice water, what happens is the carrots crispen up, and then after a few minutes, you're able to snap them right back in half. And you know, I do that a lot here, where we garnish it for lunch service and stuff like that. But this, we're actually gonna mix in. Then we're just going to add it the entirety to the bowl. Like so. Threw in a little extra. So at the end, you should have a bigger salad. This salad should be good for 3 or 4. You slap it in the bowl. You sit down with your entree plates, and you serve the salad family style. Great. And then I'll get a plate ready. After you're done peeling the carrots, go ahead and grab a plate. I'll wait a few moments. The plate's going to be for the cucumber, the julienne red onions, and the cherry tomatoes, which we'll set aside, and they'll kind of be the garnishing parts at the end when we plate up.
So, Chef, can I talk a little bit about the wine?
Yes, of course.
So, Ryan and Jeb and I, who are on this call, we do a bunch of different wine things at the Sutter Club. And Ryan and I fell into this wine by Laird several years ago in a Pinot. To give you an idea, this wine is $55 at the winery. And I'm not saying that to brag for the gift or anything, but the cool part is we do have these wine sales at the Sutter Club every 6 months or so, obviously depending on COVID and what have you. Well, the cool part is this typically at the Sutter Club, you got to buy it by the case, but it's about $21 a case. So I'm a deal guy. To give you an idea, I looked this up at Total Wine. It's like 30 something dollars if it's available. I really, really enjoy this Pinot, and I think for 20 something dollars, you get it. It's an awesome wine, and it's Phantom Ranch. Laird is one of the largest, actually is the largest grape grower in Napa Valley with 2,500 planted acres and 42 vineyards. They sell fruit to Duckhorn, Rombauer, Cakebread, Nickel and Nickel, Maryville, Chandon, Paul Hobbs, Santo St. Jean, Lewis, and Luna, and they have many more that they do. They do an amazing job. And we actually I host some different wine tasting things, and we had them on, and it was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a go-to Pinot for me. And this Sutter Club wine sale, the next one we have is June 11th. It's a Friday from 4 to 6. If you all want to go, any of you that you're on this call and you want to go, text me, email me, whatever. Just get a hold of me and I'll get you on the list. So, Chef, you can take back over.
Awesome. So we'll finish up the salad and jump right into the entree part. So go ahead and grab the cherry tomatoes. And all we're going to do, lay them out on your cutting board. You should have about 10 of them. We're just going to cut them in half. And I usually just take right down the center where that core part is, right through it.
The other thing about the wine sale, I jokingly call it like an adult's Disneyland, because usually we'll have 200 to 300 different bottles of wine to taste for free. So it's super cool.
And after you cut the cherry tomatoes, we're going to go ahead and do the red onions. So you all should have a quarter of a red onion, jumbo red onion. So the close side, I'm going to face towards me. And then we're going to do this as thin as possible. Knuckles in. We're just going to julienne. Let the knife press against your knuckles and pull back. Tuck your fingertips in. And you want to shave over. Like so. And then we're going to take that all the way down to the end. Separate. If it's easier, do it layer by layer. And then place that onto the plate. Some of you might have this tough outer skin on them. Go ahead and remove that. On your plate, you should have thinly sliced julienne red onions, tomatoes, and then all we have left is the cucumber. The vinaigrette we'll make at the end, and that'll be the finishing sauce to the salad. The cucumber, I like medium to thick size, 1/4 inch. We're just gonna cut the end off and then coin it out. Slow and steady. Like so. Now we're just going to take this plate, and you can set the salad. You can get this. You can put the salad, the cucumber, and all that into the fridge. Keep it nice and cold and crisp. We'll pull it back. We'll pull it back out towards the end. We'll wipe the cutting board down. And get ready to prep the entree. So we'll get the shallots and the mushrooms ready, the garlic. Then make sure you get another, have another plate for your mise en place. We're also gonna go revert to the stove top, and you're gonna fill up that that small pot up with 3/4 ways up with water and about a tablespoon and a half, or a tablespoon of oil. So the oil's gonna float on top, but the oil's gonna stick to the gluten. When the pasta drops in, it's gonna stick to the gluten, and it's gonna create it from not sticking to clumping up together. So go ahead and go to your stove top, fill it up. About a tablespoon oil, and then you want to turn it to medium-high heat, and then we'll adjust the heat when it starts bringing it to a boil. We'll lower the heat just a little bit so it can just simmer.
Is everyone following along okay? Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I was just gonna check. So the oil we're putting in there, is this oil that came with it? Or
What was that?
are we using the oil that came in our package, or are we just using some of our own olive oil for that and saving this oil for something else?
No, you could put use some oil that you have, or you could put about a tablespoon of oil that came with the packet. That's totally fine. There's more than enough oil in that pint container. Just 1 tablespoon of oil in there, medium to medium-high heat.
Got it.
Perfect. Thank you. Love the wine, Neil. It's awesome.
Awesome. So if everybody has done that, grab the shiitake mushrooms, grab the bag with the shallots, and grab your garlic. In the bag with the shallot, you should have 2 pieces at a time. Just set that aside. We're not going to chop that up or anything like that. And then the 5 garlic. 5 mushrooms, 5 garlic, 1 shallot. So what we're going to do on the shiitake mushrooms, we're just going to cut the stem off. Flat down. That's it on all of them.
Hey, Chef, there's a question about dressing. Did you guys figure that out? Like,
The dressing for the salad?
yeah.
Dressing for the salad, we're just going to leave that there. We'll come back. It's literally, we'll break down everything, put in a bowl. It's a quick vinaigrette. So We haven't mixed the vinaigrette yet or the components together. We'll do that towards the end, right before we do plate up.
Perfect. Thank you.
So go ahead and continue cutting the stems off the mushrooms. I like to add capers. I like to add mushrooms. Sometimes I even like to add artichokes in my piccata with that fresh lemon and citrus taste. It really adds body to the dish itself. So go ahead and discard those stems. Set those. We're gonna julienne all these mushrooms. So same thing, probably about a 1/4 inch. Bottom side down, 1/4 inch julienne.
So everybody, Chef, I don't know if we have a second. So since this is a cooking thing, I brought out, I don't know if you guys have seen this before. I have some Cutco knives that I'd done a while back. And so our first drawing is going to be this Cutco knife that, to be honest with you, it gets used a ton in my household. So that's the first drawing. And
Hey,
you had
I'm
to,
using mine, Neil.
awesome. Awesome. There you go. And so you had to be, you might be getting another one here. You had to be on the door prize entry for it to win. And here we go. I have names in the bowl. And the first winner of it is going to be Katie Butler. Katie Butler, you get the Cutco knife.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Yeah. So I have different types of giveaways a little later. So that's the first one.
Awesome. So go ahead and fish those mushrooms. If you have already, we're going to jump right into the shallots. The shallot. We're going to cut a thin slice on the end part. Remove that, and we're going to cut it in half. So this is where it comes in, where I say, I hope you have a sharp knife. What we're going to do is we're going to slice 3 times through. 1, 2, 3. Now go 95% through. Don't go all the way through. The end should pull them together, because then we're going to go the opposite way. This ensures that the shallots or onions or whatever you're cutting gets minced down to even size. So 3 slices, and then 2 slices this way.
This is one of those cool things I told you guys, you're going to learn things from a professional chef. This is so cool. Thanks, Chef.
So you have these fine brunoise size shallots.
Hey, Chef, did you cut that in half first? Did I miss something?
I did, yeah. I took the shallot, I cut it in half, and then I used, I'm going to cut each half separately.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
So it's a little tricky. That's why I say sharp knives. I use a totally different type of knife at work than I do at home. My wife is all about ceramic knives all around. So we use that at home, and I use Japanese knives at work. So it's a little different. So at home we use a chopper. Chops all the stuff right up. Here, sharp knife, and then 3 times down or across, and then brunoise. All the way down to the end. And then grab that other one, the same. knife, knuckles in, fingertips in, and let the knife just guide it back. These I'm going to add the end pieces of the shallots. Go ahead and leave that to the end, even the ones you cut off before. Because what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add that to the water. So shallots onto the plate. Wipe the cutting board. And then into the garlic. So we know we need 2 for the vinaigrette, so we'll place 2 aside, 3 for this dish. Actually, grab the 3 biggest ones for the dish, the 2 smaller ones for the vinaigrette. I like the taste of garlic. I don't like over heavy garlic, but enough to be able to add great flavor to a dish. And I think it needs to, you need to be able to taste a little bit of that garlic in the piccata. So what we're going to do with the garlic, we're going to take backside of the knife, smash it. And then we're just going to chop. Same thing, kind of grab all 3 of them, tuck them in, knuckles back. On these, you kind of use your thumb to push the garlic forward. Same thing, and then we're just going to take your hand, top part of the knife, and just mince it down.
Do you mind me asking what smashing of the garlic does to the start of this process?
So for me, it just pushes the oils out, and then it's easier just to break down. And typically, this is just how I've done it for years. And when turning this into paste, because I worked with a lot of chefs, they were all against RoboCoops that kind of blended up the garlic. So we cut literally bags of garlic at a time with our knife, and then we paste it out. That was one of the first steps when turning garlic into paste that we did, was smash it down, push the oils out, mince it, and then we took the back of the knife and spread it across, and then broke it down and spread it across until we got it to a fine paste. And that's just how we did it. In this particular one, we've only used 3 or 5 garlic. This is just how the method I do.
Thank you.
After that, same thing. You put that on on your plate. Set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and wipe up the plates. Now leftover shallots, I'm just going to add to that water.
So Jamie, somebody was commenting on your kitchen and how beautiful it is. I just happened to say you might be selling your house coming up here.
Not him.
Oh my
Oh, I am. Maybe I should do a walkthrough. Just kidding.
Right?
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Jamie, you should meet Rich Casno, who's on the phone, who does a really great job of selling houses.
I was just texting him.
If you guys don't know this, Jamie is a realtor as well. So
Rich, will you sell my house, please?
Yeah, I was gonna throw that out, but I thought I would be nicer than that.
I need your sign flying in the wind here on the paragraph.
Yeah, you're fine just on your own, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Awesome. So the next step we're gonna do, actually, your water should be at a boil already. Go ahead and turn that down to medium heat. And then grab your proteins and a plate. You should have the chicken flour or the gluten-free flour, whoever got that. And then you should have your protein pack, veal or chicken. They'll cook pretty much similar time. We pounded out piccata, usually scallopini type, which means pounded out. What it does is ensures even cooking all around. The veal comes in a tenderloin. We clean that down, we portioned it out, and then we pounded it out. And so go ahead and open that protein. Make sure everything is away from your cutting board. After I open this chicken, I'll wash my cutting board. I'll replace it. For those of you who have one chicken, one veal, when we lay out the breading on here, what we're gonna do, or in another, when we lay out the breading and bread it, you're gonna bread the veal first, then the chicken. And I say that is because chicken requires, chicken will be cooked further than the veal will be. But this avoids the cross contamination. So you'll bread the veal first, then the chicken. For those of you who just got chicken, we'll just bread the chicken normal. So grab a plate or a bowl is fine, which I'll probably grab a bowl. I'll toss the flour in here. What you don't need don't salt, don't pepper. We're not going to do any of that to it. The seasoning is very seasoned. We'll also season the sauce as we make it in the pan. What we don't want is an overly seasoned piece of meat. So we'll take the chicken or the pork, dredge it. So what this is going to do is it's going to add a texture as we're cooking it in the pan. We'll sear it first, add this crunchy outer texture to it, and then when we add the protein to the sauce, that the outer part become a little bit more softer, and it helps to thicken the overall base or liquid that we're going to put into it. So go ahead and push down the breading. So piccatas, chicken scallopinis, or anything scallopinis, paillards, we all pound them. This just ensures how the Italians did and even cooking. Change my gloves. Get rid of this. Awesome.
Chef, can I take a minute?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Our prize number 2 is one of my favorite wines. It's called Honig. It's a Cabernet. Okay. So winner is Matt and Lisa Bruyak. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, Neil. It's almost like
You're
you
welcome.
knew us.
Hey.
Well, I'm glad you guys won. That's awesome.
Awesome. So now you should have your dredged veal or chicken or both, white wine, capers, lemon, juicer, and your beurre Marnier. So beurre Marnier is it's just like roux except it's not cooked. It's even equal parts butter, flour, and then it thickens up the liquid. Very quick and very fast.
Hey, chef, somebody asked about putting in the noodles.
So the noodles, don't put in the noodles. We haven't got to the noodles yet. So we turned it from medium high down to medium. As soon as we start searing the chicken, we're gonna turn that pasta down to probably low, and then the pasta will be the last thing we do. One of the last things we do. So on this step, so hold off on the pasta. Look at my cutting board. Grab all this together. What we're gonna do is grab a little bit of the oil that you have in your kitchen, not from the quart. Just put about a tablespoon in the saute pan. Tablespoon.
And I'm sorry, what temperature did you say for the saute pan?
Put about a tablespoon in the saute pan of oil. Turn that to about medium heat. What we're going to do is we're going to sear the proteins, both sides, remove it from the heat, and then we're going to add the garlic. We're going to add the shallots. We want all that flavor that's being seared from the chicken and the veal to be sauteed out with the garlic, to be sauteed out with the capers, with the shallots, and then we're going to lift it up. All those ingredients, all those flavors that stick to the bottom of the pan, we're going to lift it up with that white wine.
Hey, chef, to clarify, are we doing in the non-stick saute pan or the regular saute pan?
So I use a non-stick. You can use a regular saute pan. Non-stick's just always easier to clean up. But
That's what we're doing. We're doing the chicken or veal in the non-stick.
Okay. If you don't have a non-stick pan, that's totally fine. That white wine's gonna lift up all the flavoring. So, tablespoon and a half. Might seem a little bit like a lot of oil, but it's really not. With the dredge on it, the oil's gonna dissipate. Sorry, the camera came up. Hang on. Yeah. Sorry about that. So medium heat. Make sure you have a pan, a plate ready. We're gonna sear both sides. Remove it from the heat, and then we're gonna throw in our garlic and shallots. So just like so. Your oil should be hot enough when it moves around, right?
I didn't see the wine yet, no.
Bubbling. Go ahead and crank it up to about medium-high heat. Keep that on low, medium-high heat. We're gonna start slow, bring up. So it should just be, when you put it in, bubbling just a little bit from the contact. Turn it up to medium-high heat. And you should see it bubbling. don't want to sear it too fast on both sides. We want to gradually cook it through slowly, and then with that nice caramelization on both sides. So while that's searing, since there's two of you, medium high heat, one watch that, the other one grab a bowl. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab.
Hey, Chef, I'm getting asked to clarify. The wine is not yet in with the chicken or veal, correct?
No, nothing yet. So you should have the water on low heat, your chicken or veal in that pan. We just turned it up to medium heat. One person kind of watch that. We want to sear it slowly, not too fast, so it cooks through. The other person grab the red wine, the Dijon, and the sugar, and the garlic. And we're gonna take all these components for the red wine vinegar, the sugar, the Dijon,
So it's fun for me. I'm seeing the people that have their cameras on, seeing you guys are working hard. Keeping up, trying to keep a chef. That's awesome.
it's still sizzling. It shouldn't be brown. It should slowly be working to being brown. Just let it sit. Red wine, sugar, Dijon in that bowl. Oregano.
Hey, chef, there's a question about reviewing the ingredients in the boiling water.
Oh, so in the boiling water, all I did was water, tablespoon of oil. You could take a little bit of the oil from the container I gave you, or just use a tablespoon of the oil you have. And then I put the ends of the shallots in there, just to add a little bit of flavor into it.
Thank you, chef.
Jeff, did you turn your chicken yet?
No, I didn't, not yet.
Okay.
Look at the bottom of your protein. It should slightly be turning brown a little bit. If it's obviously if it's more than that, flip it. But it should be medium high heat. Everybody's stovetop works a little differently. So mine. I'm gonna do it. I just flipped it. Nice brown.
Can you repeat what is in the bowl?
What was that? What was
Can
in
you
the water?
repeat the bowl that you just put all the ingredients?
Oh, so little bowl, you'll have your salad dressing, your red wine vinegar, your oregano, your sugar, your Dijon mustard. That's what I added in. We're gonna chop up the garlic. We're gonna add the oil. We're gonna mix it real quick. So back to the saute pan. Another minute, 2 minutes. You want it about 90%, 85, 90% cooked through. Because what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull it off. As protein rests, it cooks. We don't want to dry out the chicken. It is chicken breast. Trying to keep everything as moist as we can by cooking it under. As we make the sauce and add the chicken back into it, it ensures that it's not going to be overcooked, ensures that the chicken's going to be moist. So my chicken's brown. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it back down to medium heat. Grab a plate. Remove the chicken. Like so. And you can see you have the flavoring and the juices from your saute pan. So what you're gonna do right now, you're gonna grab the shallots. We're gonna add the shallots to it, caramelize a little bit, about 30 seconds. Then we're gonna add the mushrooms. We're gonna saute that up, break the mushrooms down a little bit. Then we're gonna add the garlic. I like to do it in steps. Onions first.
Chef, we're a little behind in browning the chicken.
What was that?
We're a little behind in browning the chicken.
They need a little time for the chicken, chef.
The what? Oh,
The chicken. They need time for browning the chicken.
No problem.
And while we're pausing on that, the garlic that we're chopping up, that's for the salad dressing?
That is. So the garlic, the oil, right? And then I have another cup. This is for this. Just to throw it out there, the cameras we have don't mount to it, so we use what we thought was super strong duct tape, but it keeps falling off. Do apologize. So with that garlic, same thing. I probably should have had you do it earlier with the other one, or just smash that down. Same thing, super fingertips tucked in. Let the knife do the work.
Hey, Chef, quick question. Is the garlic in with the onions and the shallot, the mushrooms and the shallots?
Not yet. So I turned mine down just a little bit while everyone caught up, but I just added the shallot, but I turned the heat off until everybody has seared that chicken nicely on both sides, revealed, and removed it from the heat. Remember, 90% through, not all the way cooked through, just browned on both sides. So when everybody's ready and has already removed the chicken or veal, I'll proceed with the next steps of the sauce.
Okay, great.
So right now, the chicken chopped. Add that.
So would it be easier to just say ready in the chat bar for everybody, and then I can let Chef know, or just you guys just want to say ready? Another minute or two, you think, Chef?
Ready. Yeah, I'm ready to go whenever. Everybody else is ready. We can go on.
I have a quick
Just let us
question.
know if you're not ready. If you're not ready, let us know.
Definitely
Ready to put shallots in.
In the red wine sugar bowl, what else was in there besides the garlic? It looked like there was some kind of herb or something in there.
Red wine, vinegar, sugar, dried oregano, Dijon mustard, and garlic.
Okay, I was missing the oregano. Got it. Thank you.
Chef, looks like most everybody's ready. Let me know if you're not. Just say not ready.
Oh, I'm
Better
ready.
way to do it.
And now I'm just
Okay, go.
and then set it aside.
Go ahead.
We'll revert back to our saute pan. So after you remove the chicken, you should see some of the nice flavoring. The brownness, the flour from the chicken and veal should have browned a little bit. You should see some oil in there. We're going to go ahead and add the shallots to it on low heat right now. So in front of you, you should have the capers, a lemon, your beurre Meunier, your chicken bouillon, white wine, and oil. Just remember the oil we still have to add vinaigrette. We're gonna take 3/4 of a cup of water. Three-quarters of a cup of water and the bouillon. Make sure you keep an eye on the stove top. Low heat, remember?
Is the
Shallot should be browning just a
bouillon-
little.
Sorry, is the bouillon the same as the chicken base?
Yes.
Okay.
So what does the container look like for the bouillon? Is it this little one?
Yeah. No, it should say chicken base on it.
It says something base.
Is it chicken base? Yeah. Well, is it gold? Yeah, that is it.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry for the writing. Well, your garden,
Isn't that a song? It's all about the bass, something like that. There you go.
yeah. Okay,
No
so
trouble.
salad should be nice and caramelized. We're gonna add the shiitake mushrooms. You can use butt mushrooms.
Jeff, how much olive oil should we have in there?
That,
Is the garlic also being added with the shiitake mushrooms?
the what being added? No, not yet. You should have that.
I think the garlic for the salad, right?
Yeah. Make sure you have, you see some oil in there. Make sure you have to add another 1/4 teaspoon of oil. You saute it up, go ahead. The mushrooms are going to absorb some of that oil. So I'm just going to add another 1/4 teaspoon, saute this up. I'm going to turn it up to about medium heat. I want the shallots nice and caramelized. Medium heat. So you got that bouillon. Take the lid off your white wine. Take the lid off your capers. Take the lid off your butter or your beurre marnier. And we won't use all that beurre marnier, but and then cut your lemon in half and get your juicer in. So your mushrooms should be breaking down just a little bit. You want about 50% broken down. Then I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic.
Hey, chef, how can you tell if it's 50% broken down?
Huh?
How can you tell if it's 50% broken down? What does that mean?
When the mushrooms kind of, you can see the color change from raw. It's not fully flaccid. It's, semi-soft. The color should change from white to a little bit more brown color. The garlic, we don't want to caramelize the garlic. About 20 seconds into that pan. Then we're gonna add the capers and bring the white wine over. So capers. You can hear it crackle. That's great.
We already add the garlic to that. I missed it.
Yeah, so after your mushrooms have been broken down just a little bit, add your garlic. We don't want to brown the garlic. We're going to give it about a stir for about 20 seconds. Your shallot should be nice and caramelized, broken down, obviously. Your garlic, we don't want to break down that or caramelize that too much. And then we're going to deglaze it with white wine. You should immediately see it deglaze everything off the pan, and then we're gonna turn that. We're gonna turn that down to medium heat. Okay. So you're left with your bouillon, your lemon, your beurre Meunier. So has everybody deglazed their the pan with white wine? Deglaze it with white wine if you haven't, and then turn that down to medium heat. You want to reduce the white wine by at least a half, and then we're going to add the chicken bouillon and lemon. So you can see the
Jeff, do I have another minute? Do you have a minute? Is that okay, Chef?
What was that?
Do I have a minute to do another raffle?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you guys already have a bottle of this, but I think it's kind of popular. So another layered Pinot. Hey, Saren, you got it. You and Sarah. So congratulations. And maybe come to Sutter Club Wine Sale and buy more.
What do we get?
You guys got it, the layered Pinot.
Yes. I love it.
I thought you were calling
we'll
us
look
out. You screwed up the recipe.
I was gonna go buy a case.
No, you guys won something. That's all good.
I'm coming to get a
There you
case
go.
of that on June 11th anyway, so excellent.
I know. Well, you're gonna have to come out. We're gonna have to hang out too. Go to lunch.
Definitely.
Sounds right.
Okay.
Sounds
See you
right.
guys.
Thanks.
Awesome. So in the pan, you should have deglazed it with that white wine. Should be on medium heat. We're gonna reduce that white wine by half. You still want some liquid in there, reduce it by half. Medium heat. Then you're gonna add the chicken bouillon.
Can you tell me what's in the water?
In the water.
Hey, and also, Chef, somebody asked for you to slow down. I think their sous chef hasn't had enough bourbon.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn my pan down to low, and then I'll go through everything. So I'll reiterate: in the water, you should have that ready. You turn it down to low; it should still be simmering. Shallots, tablespoon of oil, and water. That's it. In the pan, saute pan, we've already removed the protein, seared it nice. It's resting on a plate. It's about 90% cooked. We've sauteed up the shallots, browned that. We'd added the mushrooms, broke that down. We added the garlic and sauteed that for about 20 minutes. We haven't added any seasoning yet. We'll add that after. And then we deglazed everything with all the white wine that you got. We're reducing that now by half. You still want about half the white wine in there. A little under, that's fine. And then after that, we're gonna add the chicken stock. The chicken stock that we mixed, the 3 cups of water with the 2 tablespoons of bouillon. We're gonna add that to the pan. I turned mine down on low right now until everybody catches up. When everybody's at that part where they've added the bouillon to it, you just let me know. We'll crank it up to medium, and we'll get to thickening the sauce.
So, Russ, the question about bourbon is that somebody's sous chef is a little slow. He's been accused of being slow, but he likes bourbon a lot. So it was just kind of a running joke that we have. So.
I think many of them are caught up. I'm starting to see chats.
At what point do we add the mac and cheese?
The what?
The mac and cheese? for the kids.
And the
We're making
powder.
this alongside dinner.
Ah, so I mean, if you want, if you're cooking the mac and cheese right now, I mean, you could literally drop the pasta right now in that same water, and then have another pan ready with your milk and your butter, and then I can walk you. We can walk you through that as well.
Thank you.
The girls are gonna love this. They're not gonna want mac and cheese after having this.
It takes just a tad longer to cook than the fresh pasta.
I think at the Sutter Club, they do the microwave mac and cheese.
Yeah, we get the small containers. We just fill up a buffet style. We just get it's already pre-done. Actually, it's not even out of the carton. We bake
Hey,
it.
chef, we're good to go. By the way, one of the best Sutter Club things I've had is chicken tenders. They're phenomenal.
All right, so in that pan, go ahead and crank that up medium. You should already have had added your chicken bouillon to it. So when you add your chicken bouillon, cut that lemon in half. We're gonna squeeze the full lemon inside the pan. Medium heat.
So everybody, I was just while we have a lull here, I was thinking about doing a client event more open in July. And I got a little nervous about this whole COVID thing. So I think we're going to probably be doing another virtual. So we're going to send you an evaluation of a survey of what you guys thought of this and what have you, but also give us some ideas of different virtual events that you've heard of that you thought would be fun. And we'll try to put it together. I'd appreciate it. And then if you have a contact for that, that'd be great.
Awesome. So right now in that pan, you should have already squeezed that lemon in there. Medium heat. And go ahead and grab that pasta you have. Go ahead and grab that pasta.
Chef, did we put in that 3/4 cup of water yet?
Yeah, you should have put, right now, you should have already glazed it with white wine, reduced it by half. You should have added the chicken stock, which is the water and the bouillon mix, to it. And then you should have swirled both halves of the lemons.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
So Melissa, I hope you got that. Did you hear that? Both halves of the lemon in the pan, right? Chef, I'm just watching chat for you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So the sauce should be, you can see it reducing on its own perfectly. So go ahead and lower that to low. Lower that pan to low. Mine's reducing down. It's only going to take a little bit of that beurre Marnier to kind of thicken it up, but I turned it down to low. Grab your pasta, the regular and the gluten-free. So the pastas are tricky. I do very time-consuming to make pasta. I mean, I can make it fast. The procedure, the way I make it and the way I show my staff, you know, it gets made, it gets cryovac, it gets chilled in the cooler for about an hour and a half to firm up. Then it gets cooled and brought back to room temperature and rolled out, then dusted and folded. So there's a procedure. So with the pasta, go ahead and roll that up. So we're gonna pappardelle. We're gonna cut it. It's a thickness. So if you like fettuccine thickness, go ahead and cut that fettuccine thickness, 1/4 inch. If you like bigger noodles, feel free. Go ahead and cut that twice as big. Or linguine, half the size of fettuccine. You know, I like fettuccine size, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut them down. And then go ahead and cut all the pasta like that. Make sure you keep an eye on your sauce. Nice. Mine's reduced down pretty well. I'm gonna turn it on low, low, low for now until we're done cutting the pasta. Then I'll crank it up. So I don't know if any of you have a KitchenAid. Every KitchenAid comes with attachments, which makes pasta cutting a lot easier. So I use to make one batch, which made about four yours orders of pasta. One batch of mine was 16 egg yolks, 3 cups of semolina, 3 cups of double loaf flour, 3 cups water, tablespoon oil, pinch of salt. That made one batch, and that one batch made enough pasta for 4 of you.
Hey, Chef, I don't know if this is possible, but if I wanted to sometime when COVID obviously goes away, could I do like a client event at the Sutter Club and they cooked in front of you and stuff? Or you taught them how?
Yeah, of course. We can definitely talk about that. We got enough burners, butane burners. We can make something happen.
That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
And I think we've done 2 of those pre-COVID. So. So you should have this nice big pile of pasta. So your sauce should have a reduced down, right? So grab that beurre Meunier, get your pasta ready. So what we did last time, we made this too. We had the pasta water on, we reduced the sauce down with that oil and the shallots. We're gonna grab a tablespoon of that pasta water with the oil and the shallots. Add it to the sauce. And then we're going to take, most of you probably have about 3 pieces of the butter mixed in with the flour. You're probably going to need 1/4 of what's in there. And then you're just going to add it to that.
All right, to be clear, you're only adding 1/4 of what was in that container?
What was that? So the butter mixed with the flour, the beurre Meunier. There's about 3 cubes in there. You're probably going to use 1/4 of what's actually in that. We threw a little extra in there. Just take 1 cube and cut that in half and add that to the dish.
Chef, you can always add in a little extra butter always, right? I mean, it's always
Oh,
good.
Yeah, so I, just like last time we did this class, I always add a little bit of that pasta water just to it, thin it out a little bit, reduce some of that salt, thin it out a little bit, and then I add the butter and the beurre marnier. So now you have this nice glaze. From there, and I add the chicken.
Okay, can I ask to clarify, are we putting the pasta in with the reduction?
No.
Or the, what are we doing?
Not add the pasta in reduction. So what I did after we cut the pasta, I went over the saute pan, the pot of water with the shallots and garlic that's been bubbling, simmering in the oil. I just added 2 tablespoons of that liquid to my the mushroom liquid.
Okay.
Right? Of that liquid, the pasta water liquid, to the other saute pan, and then add a quarter of the butter that I gave you mixed with the flour to that. Every dish needs to be finished with butter, I think. Butter finished with the steaks, butter finished with the pastas, everything.
So I'm sitting outside of Gina's kitchen, and they opened the door finally, let me not to be semi-social. And I can smell this aromas coming out of this, and oh my God, this is incredible.
Remember, if it's the sauce is too thick or you reduced it down too much, that pasta water is still gonna you can thin it out and add enough broth to it where it's not gonna change the flavor and the flavoring. The amount of seasoning we put on both the chicken and then the bouillon that we mix with the water. We didn't, if you notice, we didn't even have to season it with salt and pepper. We'll go through. We can grab a teaspoon. We can taste the liquid afterwards and see if it needs a little salt and pepper. I might just put a little bit of pepper. There's quite a good amount of salt in the breading as well as the chicken base. So after I added the 2 tablespoons of pasta liquid to it, I added the quarter of the butter and beurre marnier to it, and then I added the chicken. Low heat, very low heat, and just turn the chicken. Let it sit on low heat. Now we're gonna grab the pasta. Go ahead and drop it in there. Have a strainer available if you have a strainer. If not, you can use a pair of tongs to pick it up. They are. Go ahead and crank the water up to medium high. Fresh pasta will only take about a minute to cook. The gluten-free. Watch the gluten-free when you do it. It should take a little under a minute to cook that pasta at a medium-high heat.
You guys hear that, gluten-freers? Make sure to heed that. So, Chef Steve Westlake did this meal, and he's gluten-free, and he didn't know it was an option when you did it before, but he wanted to say that the amount of pain he had afterwards was worth the pleasure that night from your meal. So.
Yeah, I can make it. I can make the dishes gluten-free. Today, I rolled out 2 types of pasta. So that pasta is 100% gluten-free, along with the dredging flour and everything that's in there, from the bouillon all. So the pasta.
What Katie was asking about the whole lemon. What's going on with that?
What was that?
The whole lemon. What's going on with the whole lemon?
The whole lemon should have been added to the bouillon already, or not to the bouillon, to the sauce already. So when we came back from the giveaway, we added you should have added the white wine, the bouillon, and then the the full lemon. Reduce that medium heat. Reduce that down, and then we came back. We added 2 tablespoons of the pasta water, a quarter of the butter and flour, the beurre marnier, and then we just dropped the pasta. I'm pulling it out right now.
If anyone hasn't already, you need to taste the sauce the chicken's in. It's friggin' amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. And that's a good point about the thyme or the rosemary. That goes in at the end as a garnish, chef?
Sauce, go ahead and grab a little bit of that pasta water that you just dropped the pasta into.
How long does the pasta cook for?
Pasta, the regular pasta should be done already. If you dropped it in with me, it takes about a minute.
Okay, thanks.
5 seconds a minute, pull it out. Add it to use a pair of tongs. They won't break if you pulled it out in a minute. I use a pair of tongs, pulled it out and put it into the pan. And then I'm slowly turning. Yeah, so if you have your pasta drop in there right now, I would definitely take it out.
Is the chicken supposed to be in the saute pan as well?
Yes, the chicken we already had added to the saute pan.
Oh, well, thank you. So my husband was right.
Yeah, so we yeah.
So irritating. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, when we did the wine giveaway.
Hey, good job, Ken.
We squoze the lemon.
It's on record right now, Patrice saying that.
Nope.
So you should have this nice bowl. And then I have the bowls ready. The pasta's in this already. I'm going to turn it off. Mine's done. Then grab that oil. I'm going to dump it into that bowl with the red wine vinaigrette or vinegar.
The question about the rosemary.
Rosemary. The thyme. That's gonna be, we're gonna pull that off when we plate up. So the thyme's the only thing you have left. So the oil should be added to.
Excuse Chef Brian, not Jack.
Sorry, Ryan, Chef Ryan. I apologize. Thanks, Jeb.
So you should have the oil already added to the vinegar. It's mixed together. Bowls. Add the cucumber. All that mix. For the vinaigrette. I'd say about half of it for now, and then mix that. If you like it underdressed, I do a little less than half. If you like it fully dressed, I do about half. I like mine nice and coated, not soggy. Like so, you got a lot of colors. Throw a little tomato, cucumber, and then you got lots of salad. So lots of salad to eat. You don't have to mix it all. Family style. Sit down. You got kids. Make them eat some of those greens. Right here, throw a couple of the carrots. Add a lot of color to mixed green salad. Makes it very vibrant. Boom, like that. Chicken piccata. Chicken piccata. Make sure that the chicken, as I told you, gets absorbed, the liquid. Use some of that that pasta water. You've already added everything. It's already thick. That pasta water is going to add a little bit. It's already seasoned, flavored. Just goes like this. See? Check it. Scrape that. Like that. See? Pasta water. Add it to it. Adds a little bit more sauce to it. Like that. Plates. Now the time, this was more just a little, garnish. Pull it off. I just put it on a little garnish. So plate it all up. I'd love to see some of you guys' dish ups.
Hey, Chef, this was faster than last time. Awesome.
And there you have it.
So you guys got to show. Come on, show what you had. Not the mac and cheese, Patrice.
No, if you scooped out all the pasta already out of the water and didn't use a strainer,
You see it on camera.
I did. I am.
That macaroni in that water and drink it up to high heat.
So I don't know if everybody's plated up yet. It looks like some people are not there yet.
There we go, Neil. Boom.
I'm in, baby.
Let's
We are.
Smells fantastic. Smells fantastic.
Nice. Nice, guys. Nice, nice.
Love
I
it.
don't know if anybody has ever made pasta, but remember, it's way better than the box pasta. Very easy to make. Just remember, double low Italian coarse ground flour. Very different from AP flour. The gluten's different. The protein percentage is different. And I think in the U.S., the double O flour is made from Durham wheat. So it's very, very good quality. It's what I use in the pizza doughs and the starters here at the club as well.
Does anybody have any questions for Chef? Well, first of all, Chef, thank you. And Nick, thank you guys so much. This is awesome. I know this is definitely a one-off for you guys. So anybody have questions of Chef?
Thank you so much, Neil.
Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you. Thank you. That was amazing.
You guys are welcome, but we're not done yet. We got stuff to talk about.
Can we start eating or not?
Yeah, start eating. Sorry, real quick. I'll make it quick. So in your door prize entry form, you guys you should have put your favorite restaurant, but we're going to validate this. And so this, because I want to support the restaurant industry, this is for the last drawing is for your favorite restaurant for you to get a $100 gift certificate. And the winner is Ken and Patrice. Ken and Patrice Wool. You guys win all the time. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Let us know. Let us know what you want to do. And again, not a have to by any means, you guys, but the part of this is supporting charity for me. And so if you find it in the bottom of your heart to do something for Keaton Raphael or Keaton, I really would appreciate that. And again, we're going to send you out something that says, hey, what other things would you enjoy doing, especially during this COVID thing? I got some other ideas as well. And last but not least, thank you guys so much for your support throughout the years. I really do appreciate you all. You guys rock. So thank you guys so much.
Neil, incredibly
Anybody have
for you introducing us to everybody here today. Thank you again on behalf of everybody at Keaton's Child Cancer Alliance.
Yeah, and I'll send you guys out in the evaluation. We'll send a link as well to that, so you guys will have another opportunity. And hold on, everybody stay on. I want to take a picture of this. This is going to be a good one. Boom. So I appreciate you all so much. And you guys are friends and I appreciate your support. So you guys, thank you so much. Any questions, any thoughts?
Neil, it's Rich. Thank you so much, man. That was awesome.
You're-
Very, very cool.
Thank you.
You're
This was super
welcome.
fun. Never done it before.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to find out.
In the meeting or when he came out.
Yeah, he came down a little earlier. I don't know. He must have.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they're on. I got to mute them. There we go. They're muted. Anyways, thank you guys so much. And you guys enjoy your meal.
Thank you,
Okay.
Neil.
Thanks,
Take
Neil.
care.
Thank
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Neil.
You're welcome.
Who wants to stay and party with Neil?
I want to stay and party with Neil.
I know. I was. Now we have the bourbon. I'm going to deliver the bourbon next.
This is the party after the party, right?
I know, huh? Totally.
This is
Totally.
awesome. See, Steve's
I know.
party.
Hey, have you guys seen Steve's new dog? It's freaking huge.
Ozzy?
Ozzy, is that?
What's
I
up,
just went over
Gil?
there. I delivered it today, and I delivered food to their house today. And the dogs, I'm like, I don't remember the other dogs being so big.
The jump. Was
Oh
it
my God, it's a moose.
black?
So-
He's big.
Hey, Neil, we just want to say thank you so much for putting this on.
You're
Great event.
welcome. I'm glad Michael cooked everything, right?
Antisocial.
Hey, thanks,
Michael
Forrest.
really enjoyed it.
Good job there, Neil.
Really?
Yeah, thank you guys.
Mike would be very
Bye.
disappointed.
Thank you guys. Take care. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Forrest.
What's up?
Bye, Forrest.
Bye, Forrest.
Bye, Forrest. Don't be too excited about seeing Forrest.
Time to eat.
I know, exactly. See you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
I want to see